Out in the open ocean, a rescue helicopter and 3 motorboats race toward a crash location. A NASA capsule has gone down, and the team is there to recover the astronaut, Sam. They pull her out, load her onto one of the boats, and rush her straight to a hospital. Sometime later, Sam wakes up feeling extremely disoriented. As she scans the room, she's stunned to see a pen hovering above a metal tray. She reaches for it, but a group of people walks in and distracts her. When she looks back, the pen is lying flat on the tray again. She suddenly vomits, and the doctors reassure her that it's normal. They ask her a few questions to evaluate her mental state, and she mentions the floating pen. The doctors explain that anti-gravity hallucinations happen often after missions. Sam's hand is badly swollen but not broken. They assume she banged it during the landing. Curious about what happened, they ask her to walk them through it. Sam explains she received coordinates from mission control, and everything appeared to be routine, until she thinks she collided with something. She believes she blacked out during freefall, though she isn't completely sure. Later, Sam gets a visit from her husband, Mark, and their daughter, Izzy. Because she's still under quarantine, she can only speak to them through a glass barrier. Her father, William, shows up as well and tells her that the Pentagon is partnering with NASA to investigate the crash. They picked up some strange frequencies during her re-entry and want to decode them. The government has also assigned her a secure house so she can recover without media interference. A doctor interrupts the family to take Sam for more testing. Sam presses her hand to the glass against Izzy's and promises she'll see her soon. When she's finally cleared to move, an entire convoy escorts her to the isolated government house. Dr. Michelle gives her a quick tour, explaining that the land was originally purchased in the 1950s for weapons testing and now serves as housing for diplomats. Outside, there's a telescope so Sam can still feel connected to space. But when she tries to look through it, a sharp screeching noise hits her, and she's overwhelmed by dizzy spells and flashes of strange memories. Michelle assures her this is common and stays by her side until the symptoms fade. Michelle reminds her that she should expect nosebleeds, hallucinations, and all sorts of side effects. If she wants to return to active duty, she needs to focus fully on recovery. She'll be undergoing an evaluation in 2 months. Doctors will check on her every morning. After everyone leaves, Sam develops a pounding headache. She checks her temperature. No fever. She unwraps her bandaged hand and sees an ugly bruise spreading across it. She starts unpacking, but stops when her nose suddenly begins to bleed. In the kitchen, grabbing a cloth, she receives a video call from her best friend Val. While they talk, Sam freezes and stares out into the backyard for several seconds. Val calls her name repeatedly until Sam snaps out of it, apologizing and saying she thought she saw something outside. When she moves to another room, something shifts in the shadows just beyond the windows. Val suggests Sam downplay her symptoms so she can get back to work sooner. After the call ends, the lights in the house flicker, and a loud crash echoes from another room. Sam goes to check and finds dirt and rainwater all over the floor. A chair is knocked over, and the back door is wide open. She steps outside and tries using the telescope again. Scanning the tree line, she spots something moving in the darkness, but it vanishes almost instantly. Guided by her fragmented memories, she heads toward the forest and throws a rock at the spot where she saw the movement. She doesn't realize the unknown figure is now crouched on the roof behind her. Suddenly, the screeching sound returns. Bright flashes and visions of people walking around a dark crash site overwhelm her once more. The next morning, Sam wakes up and realizes her bandage is missing. She also notices the bruise has gotten bigger. While making breakfast, she's stunned to see an egg hovering over the counter. Sam taps it, and it wobbles in the air. When she grabs it and lets it go, it keeps floating. But when the medical team arrives, the egg drops and cracks on the counter. The rest of the morning is spent with Sam doing countless tests. While exercising, a sharp pain hits her foot, but she says it's just a cramp. After the tests, Sam lies down with ice packs on all her sore spots. Michelle apologizes for how rough it was, but says all the data they're gathering is extremely important for the space program. She asks Sam if she's noticed anything else, and Sam pretends everything's normal. After the team leaves, Sam calls Mark and says she wants to take a family trip once she's recovered. Mark says it's not a good idea because he thinks Izzy shouldn't see them acting like a family if they're going to divorce. Sam is hurt and says they're still trying, but Mark reminds her they almost lost her and things have been difficult. She was gone for months training. Then she left for space, and he knows she'll take another mission as soon as she can. A desperate Sam insists they matter to her and that she wants Izzy to have the kind of family she never had. It's revealed Izzy is adopted because they couldn't have kids, but Mark says it didn't give them the closure they hoped for. Izzy interrupts to show a drawing of their family with space people in the sky. After that, Sam walks into the woods and hears that painful noise again. She grabs her head as visions of a search team and thick smoke fill her mind. When it finally stops, Sam looks down and is shocked to find a cable under the leaves. She follows it and finds a rock with a light inside. When she lifts it, she realizes the rock is fake and a camera is hidden under it. Worried, Sam looks around, finds another cable, and follows it to a second fake rock with another camera. As she heads back, she trips over a tree root and hits her head. Then Sam wakes up in her bed with a pounding headache. She touches her hair and finds blood. At that moment, she sees someone outside and jumps when a man enters the room. He says they found her outside badly injured, so they brought her in. When Sam asks who they are, she learns William has come to see her. He says he called a search team when he arrived and found the house empty, scolding her for not resting. Sam asks about the cameras, and William admits he didn't tell NASA everything about the house because he didn't expect her to wander that far. Then he takes her downstairs and opens a hidden section behind the furniture, confirming it's a safe house. They walk down another set of stairs as William explains the place was built for important people who need temporary protection. When the final door opens, they step into a large area with many living quarters. The back room holds the central system powered by its own generator. William turns on the computer and shows Sam the dozens of security cameras around the property. In an emergency, the house seals itself behind 3 layers of the toughest materials known. There's also a defense system, though William doubts she'll need it. After they leave, the screens begin glitching. Once William is gone, Sam checks her hand and sees the bruise spreading up her arm. She takes a photo and sends it to Val before taking her medicine. Val replies that she just needs to ice it and she'll be fine. In the evening, Sam relaxes in the outdoor jacuzzi while strong wind blows around her. Suddenly, the wind stops and Sam hears strange noises in the trees. A second later, the wind returns. Worried, Sam goes inside and calls Mark, but it goes to voicemail. Then the lights start flickering. Sam grabs a flashlight and steps onto the balcony, but sees nothing unusual. When she goes back inside, the power cuts out and a mysterious creature appears in the doorway. Sam freezes, trying to understand what she just saw, and when she looks again, the creature has vanished. The lights come back on and Sam opens the door. She scans the area with her flashlight, but still finds nothing. Sam heads back inside and double-checks that the alarm is armed when she locks the door. As she's walking toward the bedroom, the house AI suddenly announces a security breach, triggering a full lockdown. Heavy metal panels slide into place over every door and window, trapping Sam inside. She tries calling for help right away, but her phone shows no signal. The sharp screeching noise returns, stabbing at her ears. Sam hears something behind her and spins around. Nothing's there. A low growl echoes from the next room, so in a panic, she hurries downstairs just as the creature darts past her. Hearing it coming closer, Sam races to the breaker switches and flips all of them, but nothing works. The exit doors remain sealed. She freezes when the doorknob on the nearby room starts turning on its own, then stops the moment she shines her flashlight at it. After a moment of fear and indecision, she opens the door and steps out to investigate. The lights flicker, and a plant beside the window suddenly rustles, causing Sam to drop her flashlight in fright. She snatches it back up and peers at the plant, only to shriek when a strange, contorted hand slaps against the glass. Sam bolts downstairs, opens the hidden entryway, and sprints into the bunker to get to the security monitors. At first, the screens remain blank, but she eventually flips the right switch and the system powers on. She scans the feed around the house and spots the horrific creature crouched in the yard. Then the lights flicker, and it vanishes. Suddenly, Sam jerks awake to the sound of her phone ringing and realizes she fell asleep at the computer. She rushes upstairs where she finds William and his team. She tells them something's wrong with the generator. William confirms they detected power drops and sends his crew to check it out. Sam explains that something got inside the house, and William promises to review the security footage. The medical tests start again. Michelle examines the bruise and admits it looks unusual, so she'll schedule x-rays. Later, Mark and Izzy arrive for a visit. While William spends time with Izzy, Sam and Mark step into the woods to talk privately. Sam tells him she saw a creature that isn't from Earth, and wonders if she accidentally brought something back with her during re-entry, since her mission involves sending signals into space. Before Mark can answer, Izzy interrupts. Afterward, William and Sam review the camera footage. At the exact moment Sam saw the creature, the screens glitch, but nothing appears on the lawn. William tells her she's exhausted and probably imagining things, urging her to rest. After he leaves, Sam runs a scan of the house. 9 people detected, matching her family and William's team. Later, Sam, Mark, and Izzy go for a walk in the woods. Things seem calm. Mark even shows a bit of affection, until they hear a strange noise and suddenly realize Izzy is gone. They frantically search for her until she reappears behind them, holding a dead bug. Then every insect in the forest starts screeching, one slamming straight into a tree right in front of them. Panicked, they start running as the noise intensifies. Swarms of thousands of bugs erupt from the forest, forcing the family to sprint back to the house. They hide inside, horrified as the insects cover the windows so completely that they block out the sunlight. Moments later, the bugs drop away, and the glass is coated in a sticky residue. When the couple checks outside, they see piles of dead insects scattered everywhere. A cleanup crew arrives quickly, and a NASA officer suggests it was caused by some environmental disturbance. Sam asks for updates on the tests being run on her capsule, but the lab still has no results. Mark leaves with Izzy but promises they'll come back that night. Afterward, Sam notices something feels off with her foot. She removes her shoe and sees blood on her toe. Panicked, she rushes to the bathroom, pulling off her sock to wash it. But upon closer inspection, she realizes the wound stretches far up her leg. When she touches her toe, she screams as the nail comes off in her hand. After wrapping her foot, Sam puts ice on her bruised arm. The lights start to flicker again, so she shoves a table against the back door in fear. She searches online for strange bug events and learns that geomagnetic activity could be the reason, which some people link to UFO sightings and abductions. Photos in the article show creatures and people with bruises similar to hers. Feeling something on her back, Sam runs to the bathroom and checks the mirror, discovering the bruising has spread to her shoulder blade. The lights flicker again, prompting Sam to activate the alarm before rushing downstairs. Strange noises can already be heard in the other rooms. At that moment, Mark calls to say he's on his way, and Sam asks him if she was a good mother, leaving him confused. As the lights keep failing, the house AI reports another breach followed by a lockdown. Sam tells Mark something is inside the house before she hears the sounds getting closer. Soon, Mark's voice turns into gibberish on the phone. As Sam heads down the stairs to the bunker, a sharp, overwhelming pain hits her back and makes her fall. She tumbles down the steps and lands hard. When she touches her back, her hand comes away covered in a strange, gelatin-like substance. Realizing her phone is broken, Sam hears noises overhead and rushes to the computer. She checks every camera, but nothing shows up. She scans the building and the system reports another person inside besides her. The screens glitch as a creature finally appears inside the house. Terrified, Sam turns them off. The computer performs another scan and now detects 2 more figures on the upper floors. Sam presses a few buttons and the ceiling vents release smoke into the quarters. She runs into the next room and finds the kitchen, only to hear the noises there too. Hiding behind the furniture, Sam sees the monster's reflection in the oven door. Thankfully, it doesn't notice her and walks away. But when she tries to slip toward the door, a second creature enters, and she has to hide again. After waiting for it to leave as well, Sam bolts through the doorway. She hides in a bathroom and barricades the door with furniture. Suddenly, her bruised hand begins throbbing, so she removes the bandage and discovers her skin is covered in another layer of the same strange substance. The creatures pound on the door, so Sam hides in the shower right before they burst in. Spotting a vent, she kicks the cover off and crawls into it, finding a panel that opens into the space between the walls. Outside the house, Mark and Izzy arrive and notice it's in lockdown mode. Mark tries calling Sam but gets nothing, so he leaves the car to check. Izzy sees something in the distance and runs off on her own. Mark chases her and finds her pointing at a glowing light in the forest. Back with Sam, she returns to the hallway and takes the stairs, but the creature grabs her leg and drags her down. After a struggle, she kicks its paw away and escapes. Sam squeezes into another gap between the walls as her wounds glow brightly. Eventually, she finds a ladder and climbs up through a hatch that leads into the forest. As she runs through the trees, more of her wounds begin glowing, and she hears the creature's sounds behind her, but not her family calling out for her. On the road near the house, William shows up with a group of armed men. He reminds them they're up against something highly intelligent before sending them out. As the soldiers sweep through the rest of the house, William heads to the bunker and finds everything in complete chaos. In the forest, Sam collapses on the ground and hears the creatures closing in, so she begs them not to hurt her. Suddenly, one creature lifts her chin and looks at her with gentle eyes while asking in its own language if she can understand it. Sam is shocked to realize she understands every word. More creatures step forward as the first one tells her they have missed her. When she asks who they are, the creature explains they are her family. Still confused, Sam watches as it presses its forehead against hers, asking her to remember. The visions from before become clear in her mind now. She discovers that she is actually an alien, and her family crash-landed on Earth many years earlier. A group of soldiers led by William tried to capture them, so the aliens fled as quickly as they could. In the chaos, Sam was separated from them and used a device to disguise her appearance. When William found her, she looked like a small child, and he adopted her that same day. Her alien family never stopped searching for her, knowing her disguise would eventually fail, and they were the ones who damaged her capsule. In the present, Mark and Izzy reach Sam and see her surrounded by aliens. Izzy is terrified when she sees her mother's glowing body, but Sam promises no one will harm her. William interrupts, admitting he has always known what Sam truly is. He pushed her to become an astronaut on purpose and placed her on that mission as bait. Now he plans to seize the aliens as government property and calls in his team. William orders Sam to tell the aliens to surrender, but she refuses. When he draws his gun, Mark tackles him to the ground and hits him several times. Meanwhile, Sam's disguise finally collapses, revealing her true alien form. The soldiers are getting closer, so Mark tells Sam to run while she can. Izzy lifts her hand, and Sam touches it gently with her paw before escaping into the woods with her real family. By the time the soldiers reach the area, the aliens are already leaving Earth in a blindingly bright spaceship. Subscribe for more videos like this, turn on notifications, and leave a like to support the channel. Thank you for watching.